She's alive.
No loud noises.
Hey, Butterfly. It's Mom and Dad.
Yeah, we are here.
She's been missing for 8 years. What was our dog?
Lee Cronin's The Mummy hits theaters today. It's the latest iteration of the horror classic. The daughter of a journalist disappears without a trace, only to return 8 years later, except now she's not the same person. The CBC's Jackson Weaver joins us now with his take on this movie. Okay, Jackson, I think the first question has to be around the name of this. Who exactly is Lee Cronin? Why are they calling it this?
Who is Lee Cronin? Why are we back at The Mummy? Before the cameras rolled, we were talking a little bit about that confusion because I think it's maybe a little bit intentional. Now, we go all the way back, 1920s. King Tut is discovered. Egypt fascination starts all over the place. We get a 1930s movie based on that called The Mummy, about a man who is mummified while alive. He gets resurrected. A whole bunch of stuff happens. That launches Universal's monster movies. We get Frankenstein. We get The Invisible Man, all these things. They kind of made a name for themselves in that way. Fast forward, decades later, they want to relaunch that. They make The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. It goes super, super huge. We all know The Mummy from that movie, and that's kind of what we're thinking of. But it's not necessarily what The Mummy story is. It's just out there in the ether. You can't copyright a title, so other studios make those movies as well. Universal wants to get their hands back on this. 2017, Tom Cruise makes a movie called The Mummy, supposed to launch what's called the Dark Universe. They get all of their movie monsters back into the fray. Does super terribly, and they don't do the Dark Universe anymore. What they do instead is they partner with another studio called Blumhouse, which is horror movies, to do horror reimaginations of these movies. They do an Invisible Man movie, does pretty good. Do a Wolfman movie, does pretty poorly. All of that to say is there's confusion in the ether out there.
Lots of confusion.
And I think that's maybe being played on a bit in this case. Now, Lee Cronin is a horror director. He's done a movie called The Hole in the Ground. It's pretty good, but not super well known. He did another movie after that called Evil Dead Rise, a little bit well more known. You see him there, but he's not a huge name. He's not a John Carpenter for John Carpenter's The Thing, Guillermo del Toro for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. What we do have here is we have a name that suggests there's an artistry here, and then we have a name that suggests it's connected to a franchise. That's not really the case. This is a movie about a kidnapping. This is a movie about possession, and there's only the loosest connection to a mummy that comes in for about 10 minutes here, not connected at all. Brendan Fraser does not show up in this movie.
He's not going to appear and save the day. This is not a swashbuckling adventure film, sort of family-friendly like the 99 version.
I could not find anything less similar to that idea.
Okay.
Now, when we're talking about the plot here, it is an American family in Egypt. Their child goes missing, and then a whole bunch of scary stuff happens. From that, I just hate what happens in this movie. It's all about transgression. You've seen The Exorcist. It's all that kind of gory, crazy, uncomfortable things. It's not set up well. It's not seeded well. It's not created well. And I think it's more meant to shock and awe and maybe confuse you and think it's like that Brendan Fraser movie. It's not at all. It's just disgusting. I'm not a fan in any regard of Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I have to, unfortunately, share that fact there.
Okay.
This rating here now, 1 out of 5 from me. I really, really did not like what this movie did. It was very by the numbers. It was very formulaic, and it was not something that I think you need to spend your time watching this weekend.
No, okay. We'll find other plans then for the weekend. Okay, Jackson, thank you for this. As always, great to have you here. Doesn't look like a great film, I guess, but good to have you here on this one anyways.
Thanks.
Jackson Weaver for us. You can read Jackson's full review. It's up on our site at CBCNews.ca.